My husband's second phone exposed a life I never knew existed inside our marriage tonight. I should probably start with the moment he left his phone on the kitchen table, screen lighting up while I was folding our daughter's school uniform at 11:43 p.m. But I already knew something was wrong before that. He had been different for months, quiet in a way that didn't feel like peace, just absence. Coming home late from extra shifts at the garage, turning his phone face down like it was a reflex. Even the way he stopped asking me simple things like how my day was. That night, the house was too quiet, except for the fridge humming and the ceiling fan clicking. Then the phone lit up again. "Can you come tomorrow? Same place. I miss you." No name, just that. I stared at it for a long time. I remember my hand actually shaking, like my body understood before my mind accepted anything. He was in the shower. I could have ignored it. I wanted to. I told myself maybe it was a wrong number, maybe it was a friend, but I picked it up. It unlocked. That still shocks me when I think about it. Like the universe just gave me permission to fall apart. Messages, photos, voice notes, a whole second life sitting inside a device he left beside his keys every night like it meant nothing. There was a woman, not random, not a mistake, someone he had been seeing for almost a year. I read conversations where he called her my peace, my escape, words he hadn't said to me in years. I remember sitting on the kitchen floor because my legs stopped working properly. The tile was cold through my nightdress. The shower turned off and I panicked, locking the screen and placing the phone exactly where it was. I don't know why I didn't confront him immediately. Maybe I was afraid of the sound of his voice explaining it away, or maybe I needed proof that didn't disappear when he spoke. When he came out, he kissed my forehead like nothing had happened. I almost laughed, almost. For the next 2 days, I acted normal. I cooked dinner, I asked about his day, I even sat beside him while he watched football. Inside, I was memorizing everything, his habits, his lies, the exact tone of his voice. Then I confronted him in our bedroom, quietly, at 2 a.m. No shouting. He didn't deny it. That was the worst part. He just sat on the edge of the bed and said it wasn't supposed to get serious, as if that made anything smaller. Now I am here, months later, writing this while my daughter sleeps in the next room. We are separated, but still living under the same roof until I can afford to leave. Some nights I still hear the fridge, the fan, and I wonder how I missed an entire second life growing beside mine. I don't hate him every day. That confuses me the most, but I also don't recognize myself anymore, and I think that is the real ending of this. After that night, I kept replaying the messages, especially small details like her morning coffee photos and how quickly he replied to her compared to me. The worst part wasn't just the cheating, but realizing he still had energy for someone else while always telling me he was too tired for me. I started remembering every time I asked for his attention and got excuses instead. We didn't tell anyone at first. I couldn't say it out loud. At night, I would wake up and listen to him breathing beside me, unsure if the life I knew was already gone. Our daughter noticed the change. She asked why we were quiet all the time. I told her everything was fine, but she didn't look convinced. He tried calling it a mistake, avoiding the word affair. I told him mistakes don't last a year. We argued in whispers so our daughter wouldn't hear. Even our anger felt tired. I started checking my savings and planning how to leave. It wasn't enough yet, but I was counting every week. Sometimes he sits across from me like nothing broke. I look at him and feel like I'm disappearing while still standing there. I don't know the exact day I will leave, but I know I will. Staying has started to feel like losing myself completely.